So I want to talk about the New World Order and some points I got from learning a bit about the fall of the Scottish clan system. And I'll actually try to link to a video that is what kind of brought this stuff up and pointed out what I'm going to talk about. Great channel, great history documentaries. The narrator is, apparently he's actually a professional voice actor, so but there were two big parts that contributed to the eventual collapse of the Scottish clan system as individual units of power. One, the later one that really kind of hit the nail in the coffin, was the Jacobite Rebellion and the response of the British government at the time to the Jacobite Rebellion. Because basically after this rebellion, they decided, okay, nope, these Highlanders up there, they're too dangerous, they love fighting, they love being, stuck in their clan system, and they're so proud of that, and they'll just up and start shooting at us whenever they feel like it. So one, we're going to outlaw their traditional attire. We're going to try to detach them from their cultural clan influences, and we're going to outlaw them owning weapons. So that was in this comparison, that's the military force, just absolute power. Just, okay, no, you don't want to do what we say. You want to keep your little system going. We're not going to let you. We're going to force you to stop that. The other big factor previous to that in history was when James VI took the Scottish throne. He started implementing a process where all of these clan chiefs would come to his court, and they would participate in his court. And gradually they started realizing, the way I behave back in my hometown, back with my clan, that's not how I'm allowed to behave here. Even the way I dress, maybe I need to change to adapt to this environment. It's the king, and I'm going to build more relationships with the other clan members and more relationships with the king, and some aspect of these relationships won't be connected to our clan. So when people are constantly talking about the New World Order, I think I'm not too concerned. I'm really not at all concerned about it. Not that there aren't people who are trying to do it, but I believe, and maybe I'm narrowly focused because I just watched something on this, but I believe two of the primary ways that you could, say, consolidate power are one, the absolute military force. Conquer, enslave, demand and outlaw the practice of standard cultural things in that area. Basically destroy the cultural history of that nation so that now all they have is you. In a lot of ways, this is what Rome did. Although, oddly enough, Rome was kind of a give and take, which I think really takes place in every scenario like this. Eventually, some of the stuff bleeds up, some of the stuff bleeds down, but it's getting rid of that more localized cultural and governing body. So the other one is what James VI did, is on an annual basis, all of these clan leaders would come and they would pay homage to the king. And whether or not it was there to just do as they're told, eventually, they talk with each other more, and like I said, they build more relationships, and gradually they become more invested in what this central power wants to accomplish than, say, what their local group wants to accomplish. And you just don't see that on the global stage. I mean, let's say if I would be concerned if there was some kind of annual event that all these world leaders go to, and They have to essentially pay homage, and this centralized group or leader kind of puts out the ideas that they're all going to talk about, and then they're all responsible for going back to their localized, their own countries and implement those things. And they build more relationships with each other on a global scale. They start to feel less connected to their actual country and more so to this overarching governing structure or attempt at a governing structure, and you just don't see that. So no military, in my opinion, has the ability, even if the entire West, unpopular opinion to many, I'm sure, but even if the entire West put together all of their military power in a centralized command, and I believe they could, say if it was the West, and I kind of include Japan in that, like, Japan, Aussie, New Zealand, possibly India, although they seem to be, count India out of that group. I think if they went to war with every other country in the world, they could win, but they couldn't conquer. And luckily, like I said, you don't see that kind of the other process happening, whereby everyone goes and yearly goes to a meeting where they pay homage to I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah, you just don't see that happening. Everyone going to a central location once a year, maybe surrounded by mountains, and talking about what this central group wants to implement around the world. And, like I said, it would be kind of scary if gradually it started to appear as if the leaders of the world were just gradually shrinking in their allegiance to their country and growing in their allegiance to this central authority. It'd be really scary if that was the case. Luckily, we don't have to worry about that. But if anyone does see anything like that happening, please let me know, because I'd get really scared if something like that was happening in the world. Oh, also the British took away all their guns. So I'll keep mine. Thank you. All right, everybody stay safe, take care. And like I said, if you see anything like these two examples taking place, please let me know, because then I'd start to get really worried. But luckily it's not happening. So y'all take care, stay safe.